Hello United fans, welcome back to the channel. I am TheSaffronMan and this is RedVsRed, where two Manchester United fans talk about the club that we love from other parts of the world. Now, I'm going to do a video today, Sporadiclese is going to do his video later on in the week, and we both have our weekly podcast at the weekend. Make sure you tune in for that, it's always a bit of fun. So I want to talk about today. I was going to do a video yesterday, right, and I had it all kind of set up, good to go. I sorted out the thumbnail. There was a United meeting from the board members yesterday in a London hotel, I think. Well, it might be in Manchester, I don't know the location. I think they kept it all hush-hush, but it wasn't at Old Trafford. And yeah, there was this whole media circus as to what is going on around Ten Hag, as there has been for quite a while. And I kind of got pulled into this meeting. You know, I kind of listened a little bit to the hype, and I was kind of involved. All right, what's going to happen? Gary Neville was there, the rest of the board members, like Joel Glazer kind of flew in for it. There was just a bunch of important people discussing a whole bunch of things with the renovation around Old Trafford and of Old Trafford. I'm sure they talked about a whole bunch of things, but I'm sure towards the end, at some point, when all the other important stuff was talked about, they talked about Ten Hag. And again, the media and the press, they kind of got involved and said, yeah, this is the make or break, this is decision time. And if we would have lost both games, it probably would have been. But this meeting was predetermined, and at the end of the 7 hours, there was nothing. It was all kind of hyped up, and nothing has really come out about it. And it's all been like, it's just, and I had this thumbnail ready to go. Breaking news: Ineos make a decision. I was like, now let me switch back. There we go. I was like, this is where I create my thumbnail. I was like, breaking news: Ineos make a decision. Everyone was there. It was all kind of getting sorted, and again, nothing happened, right? And I was like, I kind of got sucked in again to the whole media cloud that's surrounding it. And I was like, okay. And I just decided to click on, like, Manchester United and just, without even going onto the news, you know, you go down to top stories, and it's like, Erik Ten Hag planned to be in charge of Man United's next game. Quote. Which is a quote from probably the Manchester Evening News. Erik Ten Hag, I don't know if I'm, there we go, I'll scroll down, make sure you can see it properly. Let me just move it. There we go, sorry about that. Erik Ten Hag, Man United Future Live. So, like, it's live now, it's a live minute by minute streaming event. Ratcliffe silent as Ten Hag survives. Like, it's just, Ten Hag ignored Man United staff for 2 weeks in shock dressing room reveal. Newcastle United hunting for new sponsor. Manchester United makes Kone. That's also in the news. But the point is, like, every kind of article out there has got a twist or turn about Erik Ten Hag, and I haven't even gone onto the news section yet. And if I was to go onto the news section and just read some of these, like, fate decided. It's like, and it made me think, like, going back over the last 12 months and then 14 months and then even back to Louis van Gaal and even back to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, even back to David Moyes. It's like, you don't see this kind of media coverage on other clubs, right? And it's just crazy to me that the media are hunting for Ten Hag's sack, because that's going to earn them their money of clicks and views. So of course they want Ten Hag to get sacked. They want it, and it's so visible, and it just blows my mind. It should be the club's decision or the fans' decision, as a, you know, and half of these people don't even support Manchester United, and that's kind of irrelevant. You know, we have fans all over the world, right? But the fact is that there's an agenda there. You don't see that Wolves are bottom of the table. Who is crying out for? Let's have a look. Let's just type in Wolves. Wolverhampton Wanderers FC. Let's see news. Recipe for disasters. Verdict clear. Okay, let's actually go into the news and see if there's any. Wolves maintain full support for Boss despite winless start. All right, genius. Boss, who Pep Guardiola loves, is now interested in managing Wolves. worst team in the league. Well, it's Simon Jordan for you. But the point is, there's no kind of like, there's not a mass amount of articles. Look, maintains full support is the only kind of main article there about Gary O'Neill. And it's really bad journalism. Go away. All the very latest on Erik ten Hag's future and Man United manager from the Manchester Evening News. And the key events. Euro shares encouraging injury update. Right. I mean, what's going on here is and the other event is United silent on Ten Hag's future amid radio silence from Ratcliffe. It's absolutely laughable. And that was 11 in the morning, and they've had nothing all day, and then at 3 in the afternoon, I've got to put something. Euro shares encouraging injury update. And it's now, what? That was 25 minutes ago. So they need this, like, it's so laughably bad journalism going on here. And I understand that people, this is obviously our worst finish last season. I understand it's our worst start to a Premier League season ever. And look, things aren't going right. I'm not blind to all of that, okay? But we know as a club, Manchester United have had problems for a long time, ever since the Glazers kind of got involved. Let's be honest, there are a few issues before they got involved as well. So, and that has just been getting worse and worse. And you talk about discipline and leadership and performances. It's like off the pitch, on the pitch. Yes, the training ground's getting upgraded now. And it's like they talk about revolutionising and reviving Old Trafford as an area as well as a stadium. Like, I understand all of this. But what I don't understand, like, we should be able to vent that feeling on the pitch, in the stadium, on social media, and like express ourselves as Manchester United fans. But I don't understand the targeting. Like, we need to just all take a step back and see what is happening around our club. Like, our failures and our mistakes and our issues are fueling journalisms everywhere, and they're making this like it's okay. This isn't okay. Like, I think David Moyes had an interview a little while ago, and let me see if I can find it whilst I'm talking. Oh my god. Where was it? I think this was it. It's Draken, right? Well, this is from The Sun, but I just want the actual video itself, okay? Oh, God, go away.
I think he's doing a brilliant job.
Let me try and get the volume up a little bit. Let's see. Oh, it's got subtitles anyway, so let's try. Okay, here we go. So this is what I saw earlier on, all right?
I think he's doing a brilliant job. I think he showed brilliant resilience in the situation he's in. I think he should be credited for how well he's conducted himself. He's as far as I know, I don't see him ducking any questions or any media interviews that you people put forward to him. So I think you have to give him great credit for that. But it's a job which is going to attract immense pressure, immense people talking. So I have to say, I think he's doing a brilliant job.
Now, look, that's coming from a guy that was obviously under so much... Shut up. Immense pressure also, okay? And I have to agree with 99%. I don't know about the question being thrown at him. I mean, and so he's sometimes is confusing. Yes, some of his actions, like bringing off Rashford and his whole rotation. This rotation problem is because of last season's injuries, and he's trying to make sure that everyone's staying fit and that it'll pay off throughout the season as a whole rather than the short term. But he needs to kind of balance that. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I agree with David Moyes because Ten Hag has been professional throughout. You can't imagine. You all know the strains and pressures that are under him at the FA Cup final, where he was getting interviewed by the BBC saying, look, how does it feel that you're managing your last game? Like, what is going on here? And that's from like Gary Lineker and Alan Shearer and stuff. Like, what is happening? The BBC, the Manchester Evening News, and everything in between have just got this. They need their clicks and their money and their advertising. You see how many advertisements that there are every time I click on one of these links, and that's how they earn their money, is talking and bringing out hatred and targeting our manager and our players. And yes, our players have been shit this season. But this is ridiculous, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. On social media, you got to imagine of all the bots that are involved and the whole darkness of the side of the journal. It's really crazy to think what is happening in around our club, and we can only control so much in the club. And I know things are not great, but within our club, but we have to stay strong here, because it's like we're under attack by journalism as a whole. And as a club, as a unit, things will improve and get better. We have to remain patient. There's not a lot else we can do. If we stick with our manager until at least January or something unless we lose 6 on the bounce, we have to trust in the process of the club, because everyone else is attacking them from all angles. Let me just head back to where we were. So, yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to say. It's just a media circus going on, and I don't like what I'm seeing. I've seen this before as a youngster, obviously with the whole David Beckham situation in England. I've seen the media going above and beyond at times. I say at times, it's probably criminal. Some, especially like Lady Diana, and our English press are absolutely ruthless, and someone needs to put a leash onto this sort of stuff. It's crazy. I know there's a freedom of speech and all that, but most of these companies are literally, they're all part of an umbrella anyway, or they're all linked in some way, shape or form. So if one boss is saying, yeah, we want this to get views, then the whole network is going to be doing it. And it's kind of crazy. We're getting into conspiracy theories now, but it's nuts, isn't it? It's just absolutely crazy that the amount of attack that the club has been receiving over the last 12, 24 months. And now the press are literally, oh, he's got to the next international break. Oh, he's definitely involved in the next game. It's just, give it a break. I'm fed up of it. And that's me venting for today. I hope you kind of enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. Am I going crazy? What is going on? Are you seeing it too? Do you agree with it? How does it stop? Will it ever continue? Are the press ever going to be put on a leash? I don't know. There's news and there's fabricating or wishing for something in a tone. And as we've seen with the Manchester, we all know that Manchester Evening News is a joke anyway. I'm gonna pop that there. But the fact that they've got a whole article, United Future Live, Sir Jim's silent as Ten Hag survives the sack. And their key events are Euro shares encouraging injury update after having no information all day. And it's absolutely laughable. Anyway, I've been the Saffron Man. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the follow on your way out if you enjoyed the content. If you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, get involved in the comments and stick around for Sporadiclese's video on Friday, and stick around for our main pod. Go check out some of our other episodes. Basically, some of them get quite heated, and that's kind of the whole point. Maybe you enjoy them. So yeah, hit a like and hit a follow, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, peace.